Don't want to spray chemicals, and we don't want to light those smelly candles, and we don't want to zap the bugs. We'd like to trap the bugs, and that's what DynaTrap is all about. This is DynaTrap Extra Large Insect Trap with the UV light bulb and easy disposal release basket. The most important thing to realize here is that you've got colors and size choices. Now, I have a 1/4 acre, a 1/2 acre, and a whole acre. And if you are a little concerned or you're in between those two sizes, I would always go up. I have used this at my home now for about 5 or 6 summers, and it works like a charm. The thing to remember here, don't place these where you are sitting and where you and your family and friends are enjoying some time together, because this is going to attract the bugs to the unit. So put it somewhere where they're drawn away from you. And what it does is there's a light inside that attracts them. And then when they come to the light, they get sucked into a fan that brings them down into a collection chamber in the bottom of the DynaTrap. There's a one-way door. So you check in, you don't check out. And then the bugs and insects expire, and they do it humanely, and then that way you're over and you're done. And then when you need to empty it, you simply press a button and the bottom falls out, and you throw it away in the garbage can. Now, I have some color choices for you, and I have 3 sizes, as I mentioned. This is the 1/4 acre. We also have it in the 1/2 acre. And finally, we have it in the whole acre. Now, this color in the back is called tungsten. Down below, I've got it for you in the bronze. All 3 colors for you in the navy, or all 3 sizes for you in the navy. All 3 sizes in the copper. But if you want the green, I only have the acre and the 1/4 acre. And about 400 left in each of these. Now, copper, bronze, navy, and green are all exclusive to QVC. Since we kicked this off on the 9th of March, over 72,000 of them have been purchased. If you own one, give us a call and share your DynaTrap story. We want to hear it, and we want to be able to share it with all the people out there watching, because there is a better way this spring and summer to avoid all of the pesky insects, and DynaTrap will do away with them quickly, cleanly, and easily. Let me also tell you that if you're going after that 1/4 acre, we're saving you over $42.04 at our price tonight. That's off the retail price. At the 1/2 acre, we're saving you over $70. And in the full acre, we're saving you over $117. Let's bring in Sean Pickford, our DIY guy, one of our garden specialists, one of our home specialists, who for so many years has been a part of our DynaTrap, has led our DynaTrap effort. Sean, good to have you back. The really gorgeous colors. I love the new easy open bin. Let's talk more about DynaTrap.
It's great to see you, David. So yeah, DynaTrap is awesome. Why? Because it attracts and captures those flying pests that normally drive us indoors. Why does it work so well? Because it mimics us as human beings. It creates light, warmth, and carbon dioxide, so a mosquito can't resist coming to check this out. So when they get close enough to it, that powerful fan in there sucks them down into the trap where they go to expire. These are bugs that I caught in my DynaTrap last year on my property. I've had DynaTraps for 7 years, but I still get the bugs. Why? Well, behind my house is a horse farm and a pond. Perfect breeding area for all those little pests that need water. So I love mine because I can enjoy being in my outdoor space without doing any of this or putting on any of those sprays.
And I'll tell you, I use this at my own home, and it has been a game changer, because up until I got the DynaTrap, I was using those smelly candles. I was using that spray that has the skull and the crossbones on it. They tell you not to use on sensitive skin. And I'm like, what am I doing? And I'm greasy and I smell funny, and all these things are not really working. And I'm ended up smacking and really not enjoying my outdoor space. We've been through such a hard winter. Haven't we earned some time outside in the warm weather? But we need to have it be an environment where we're not going to be plagued by all the kinds of pests that this is going to trap and get rid of. Let's take a look at what this has been tested on, because there are lots of pests that you're going to be pretty excited to see make this list. Now, mosquitoes, big one. Flies, wasps, hornets, stink bugs, they call them that for a reason. Moths, it's going to get after all of those things. But that's not all, we have more. Also, the biting midges and no-see-ums, Japanese beetles, gnats, Blowflies, I'm not even sure what a blowfly is, but I don't want it in my house or around me. There are drain flies. I'm guessing these are flies that collect on drains. Don't know, guessing. And then the mucids. These are all the kinds of things. And I tell this story every time we present this, Sean, and it's always gross, but I think it makes a really important point. One day I'm on Facebook, and they had a microscopic view of what a fly does when it lands on your fruit salad.
Now, how pretty is it?
I don't want anybody to be upset by this. Maybe I do a little bit because I think it'll help tell the story. The fly poops on your food. The fly poops on your food. And you can't see it unless you have a microscope. And by the time you got the microscope out, the fly has left. But a little bit of himself, he's left behind. Yeah, I'm not kidding. We do this around our barbecue to get the flies off, and heaven knows what they've left behind even after we've shooed them away. This is going to trap the flies and let them humanely expire. You talked about your container of dead bugs. Look at mine. Look at all of this mess that we collected in the DynaTrap. Isn't that amazing?
That's how well they work. I mean, that's the great thing. That's the proof that it's working right there, David. That's also why we give you the 90-day return policy, so you can see it working, because it's going to start working the minute you plug it in. But it may take a few days till you start seeing that bin to fill up. We've made the bins larger in all these sizes. Why? Because you, the QVC customer, said, I am catching so many bugs. I'm tired of emptying this every 3 and 4 days. Can you make it bigger? So we did. We put that quick release on this year's version here. So look, now I don't even have to unscrew the bottom like you did in the past. I just hit that little eject button. Goodbye. See you later. Into the trash can they go. Goodbye. Good riddance. And I don't have to touch a thing, which is awesome.
Oh, these are amazing. What I don't want anyone to do is miss out on this opportunity. We've got a great way for you to get out ahead of the problem this spring and summer season. And I wouldn't be able to speak about this so dramatically and so emphatically if I weren't someone who uses this in my own home, outside my own home, and it does the trick beautifully. Now, I don't have an acre of land, but I use the full acre because it then traps all of those bugs and all those yucks. And you know, they call stink bugs for a reason. Don't ever swat one, because if you do, there's a reason they call them stink bugs. This is really important. Let's go through color choices again. Up top, I've got the tungsten. Now, the tungsten is kind of a charcoal gray. If that color grouping is important to you, I have the 1 acre, I have the ½ acre, and I have the ¼ acre. Now, that's tungsten. Down below, I have it in bronze. I also have it in the navy, the copper, but if you want green, most limited. Oh, did you buy the green one, Mary? And you bought the full acre in green? Yeah. So this is going to be fantastic. So here is, in the full acre green, only 400 left. And in the ¼ acre green, which is all I have in green, another 400 left to go around there as well. So let's talk about how this works, Sean. We've got a little animation. We'd love for you to narrate.
Sure. So this mimics us as human beings, David. That's why it works so well. So plug it in. When you plug it in, it's going to turn on that UV LED light. The light lasts 6.5 times longer than our original versions, 2¼ years of continuous use. Plug it in, leave it plugged in. It attracts the insects day and night. This is the DynaTrap difference. We produce carbon dioxide, the same thing you and I produce when we take a breath. So that's what attracts the mosquitoes. They think it's us. They're coming to bite us so they can feed. Well, too late. They get sucked down into the bin where that little trap holds them in there, where they go to expire. After they expire, that new one-touch easy emptying system couldn't be any easier. I don't have to touch a single bug. Dump it in the trash can, cover it over, be done with them. And why do we want you to do that? Well, because these mosquitoes you're seeing here could be about ready to lay its eggs. One female mosquito can lay 200 eggs at a time. She can do that 3 times in a 30-day period. And do we know it works? You bet we do. We tested it at the University of Nebraska. You can see here in a 6-day period on the 1 acre, 2,942 flying insects. In a 7-day period on the ½ acre, 2,543. And we also did a study on the ¼ acre in Florida to see what it really did in 7 days. 3,101 flying insects. And yes, we counted every single one to know what was in our DynaTraps.
Well, it's pretty amazing when you begin to understand just what's going on here and how this is trapping the bugs and the yuck. Let's take a look at what this is going to trap again, because I think for so many people, their understanding of the technology, they're ready to make the investment. They just want to know that it's going to get rid of all the things that we really don't want around us. Mosquitoes, flies, wasps, hornets, stink bugs, and moths. Holding on that for a minute and then going right into biting midges and no-see-ums, Japanese beetles, gnats, blowflies, drain flies, and mucids. These are all of what has been tested for. We hear stories from customers all the time, Sean, about other things that their DynaTrap will capture. We haven't tested for those things, so we can't speak to it with any authority, but we do hear from a lot of folks who say it traps that and more.
Yep.
So it really depends on where you are and what's going on. Let me encourage everyone to take advantage of either quarter acre, half acre, or full acre. And Sean, would you agree that if you're in between sizes, to size up?
Yeah, bigger is better, especially when it comes to mosquitoes. So, I mean, I live on an acre. I have an acre out back. I have a half acre up by the house, and I have a quarter acre in my garage because those guys try and get in your garage. This is places where to put them. Don't put them at your picnic table. Put it 20 to 30 feet away, 3 to 6 feet off the ground. You can put it on a shepherd's hook. You can stand it on a wall. You can put it on the hook that we have coming up here so you can see that universal mount. But make sure you leave this thing plugged in. We're getting thunderstorms tonight. My DynaTraps are outside. They do not come inside. They are staying on 24/7. Why? Because those bugs fly day and night. And if you can put them away from the competing light that you may have on your house, go ahead and do that. If not, don't worry. These are still going to work. And why do I say leave them plugged in? Both of these, quarter acre, half acre, less than 2 cents a day to operate. Even the full acre here, less than 8 cents a day to operate. I mean, that's less than buying those sprays and those candles that most people spend money on.
Well, so many of you are going to be excited about this because think about buying no more bug spray. Think about not having to worry about inviting people over and having them be miserable because all of the flying insects and things that are biting. Mosquitoes can be something that are really, really problematic. And if you've ever been attacked by a swarm of mosquitoes or one hungry one, you know what I'm talking about. It's not pleasant. It's itchy. It's uncomfortable. And before long, you just give up and turn out the lights and go inside, right? We have lived through a really harsh, cold winter. I know some states tonight are still getting snow as this storm system moves through, depending on where you are. So please understand that when we finally get into warm weather, you want to be able to do that and enjoy it because we've earned it. One of the best ways to do that is with DynaTrap. This little trap door makes it easier than ever for you to throw these things away. Now, Sean, you always say if you've got mosquitoes in there, it's better to put those in a garbage bag and tie the garbage bag closed tight, right?
Yeah, that's it. Because you don't want that one female mosquito getting out of that bag and being able to lay her eggs and produce 200 more mosquitoes. That's why we ask you to do that.
Because some of them lay in the bottom and play possum. I mean, some of them do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, with the other versions where you had to take it apart, sometimes you'd see a few fly out. This one, everything falls out of the bottom, and it's easier to just put that lid on the trash can or tie it up in that plastic bag and be rid of them for good. So no worries there.
Well, we are very, very busy on our phone lines. In fact, now for this show, we've taken orders for over 600. That means for the month, over 72,000 have been spoken for. I'll be ordering myself a new one, and only because the unit I have at home doesn't have that quick release door on the bottom. That is a game changer, Mr. Pickford, a game changer. The good folks at DynaTrap were smart when they came up with that change, because that's going to be really, the old ones you had to screw off the bottom, and it was fine, but it took a little doing to get done. This one's going to be push a button and boom, they fall right out of the bottom, right into the garbage bag, and that is perfect. Let me go through colors for you again real quickly, and I'll go through sizes for you. In this tungsten, I have a quarter acre, a half acre, and a full acre, okay? Those are your three sizes. And I also have it for you in all three in the bronze. We have all three available in the navy. All three available in the copper, but if you want the green, in the full acre, we're down to 350, and in that quarter acre, 350 also, very even, ordering very evenly. So this is going to be important. Don't miss out on these. Again, it comes loaded with the bulbs. And Sean, the bulbs are already installed. So we take this out of the box, we plug it in, right?
Yeah, for your quarter acre and your half acre, they're already basically put together. For this one here, all you're going to do is twist the bottom pin on, All the bulbs are already in there. Plug them in, and you can plug them into an extension cord, David. So feel free to leave them outside.